Welcome back, YouTube. Look, I decided to make another video, man. I'm calling out these prospects, these boxing prospects, okay? Because I just keep hearing this common phrase among just about all of them. And it really get on my nerves, man. I'm like, I don't understand why all of them keep saying that, right? So, the common phrase, right, is when they get asked, for example, Shakur Stevenson and Mick Conlan, right? They both had really good performances on that Lomachenko Rigo card. Really good performances, right? So, they get asked, well, what do they think about fighting each other? And Shakur, I can't remember what Mick Conlan might have said, but Shakur Stevenson automatically uh, went off and was like, yeah, well, maybe sometime in the future. What? What you mean sometime in the future, bro? Are y'all not trying to make a name for yourself? Like, man, you just showed yourself to be real solid. Real solid. Why? What you mean sometime in the future? And another example too, Teofimo Lopez or Teofimo Lopez, however it's pronounced, man, and Carlos Balderas, right? Man, I think that'd be a really good matchup. What they waiting on? Teofimo Lopez, he a cocky dude. I don't really I like his skills in the ring, but I don't really like his attitude, because, according to him and his dad, man, they ready for Loma. You know what I'm saying? They better than everybody, after 7 KOs. After 7 fights, he better than Loma, ready for anybody. And so, I don't like the unrealistic thinking there. But you got a great fighter in Balderas, whatever. Carlos, we'll just call him Los, all right. You got a great fighter in Los, man. Y'all supposedly have this drama going on. Y'all supposedly, need to be clashing. But both fighters, man, in their interviews, one of them was interviewed by Ellie Seckbach. And in his interview, Los, he was like, he dropped the in the future bomb. Maybe we can meet up eventually type thing. That's not a direct quote, but that's pretty much what he said. And then Teofimo or Teofimo, whatever, man, y'all know. He get on there and talk about, how he is, man. He better than everybody, but talk about how come he didn't get in the Olympics and stuff like this, and say, well, I hope he has a successful career so that we might meet up in the future. Like, hold on, man. I'm starting to see this cycle. This cycle, man. These prospects, man. Yeah, they not making 500, thousand. They're not making no millions or whatever. They might be making $65,000, $70,000 a fight. But they do that a few times a year. They living better than me. So it is what it is. They'll get to those bigger fights, but why they want to keep fighting people, you know what I'm saying, like they know they can beat. Man, go on and fight your challenge, man. Go on and fight your challenge. Go on and fight y'all's challenge, man. Mick Conlan, Shakur Stevenson. Come on, man. Get in that ring. Get in that ring. That's a big fight. That's both of y'all's biggest fights. Come on, especially after December 9th. That's both of y'all's biggest fight right there to date. And it'll only get bigger, win or lose. You know, if you just keep challenging yourself. We want to see warriors, man. We want to see people that's not afraid. Y'all the fighters. What y'all so scared of? Why is it always sometime in the future? That's the same nonsense Tank talking about. Y'all on that same mess Gervonta Davis is on. Oh, well, maybe sometime in the future, you know, probably like, let me think, you know, like, I don't know, 10 years from now or something, you know. Like, what you mean? If you ain't ready now, man, you ain't never gonna be. Alright, look. And that might be overstating it, you know, that might not be a fair statement, so I can retract that. That's cool. But at the same time, man, y'all need to be making these fights. Y'all need to be making these fights instead of talking about in the future and then going to get somebody with a losing record. You know? Y'all want to talk, people want to talk about Loma's resume. Man, in Loma's first 5 fights, man, all his opponents combined had 189 fights, bro. 189. Look. And none of them was losing records, man. None of them been losing records. All of them winning records, man. Your boy Crawford, man, look, hey. Go to boxrec.com, man. Look up Terrence Crawford's first 5 fights, bro. You can look up his first 11 fights, bro. Look, the first fight that he had, his opponent's record was 2-0. After that, bro, they was terrible fighters. Terrible. Look, one of them's record was like 8-25. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, these are the type of people they like to start with, but then get to running their mouth, man. Get to running their mouth like they just big and bad. Like, man, okay, you know, like I was impressed with Ryan Garcia's last fight because it took him out of the first couple rounds. You know, something he ain't used to. But at the same time, I wasn't too impressed. You know, like I feel like he just wants to shine by knocking people out instead of learning what he needed to learn, because he was pretty flat-footed there, man. Like in his last fight, man, that dude was, if his opponent had power, Ryan Garcia would have dropped from all them body shots he took, man. Ryan Garcia took quite a few body shots, and for that reason right there, I would say, no, bro. I thought you might be ready for a big fight like Tank Davis, but you cannot sit there and let Tank Davis hit that body with those lefts, bro. You're gonna drop. You cannot stand there and just expect to I'm gonna throw a quick left hook and it's gonna be over. Like, you can't have that mindset, man. You gotta prepare for the distance, man. Got to move them feet. So he didn't move his feet a lot. But, you know, at the same time, though, he still got the win over a tough fighter. To do was tough, you know what I'm saying? But, I mean, the cat's record was, I don't know, 10 wins, 9 losses, and like 2 draws. Like, come on, man. Come on, man. You 11-0. You fighting somebody with, and then he just gave him his 10th loss. So, I mean, the cat really he a draw anyways in the pros. So, like, what you really accomplish, you know? And I'm glad to see you calling out bigger names, Ryan Garcia, but I'm not sure you're quite ready for Tank yet unless you learn how to move them feet, man. You got to learn how to get in and out on them. But, a lot of these other prospects, man, y'all need to step your game up. Stop talking about fighting these other great prospects in the future, because that's lame and that's weak. Anyways, man, that's just my matter of opinion. So I'm gonna get out of here.